Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Michelle and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the personal development content that comes onto this channel, and that's already here. So on today's video we are going to be talking about how do you overcome negative thinking. So a few months ago we started talking about developing different habits, and one of the habits that I personally wanted to develop was being consistent. And if you've been watching the videos on this channel, you know that I nailed it. Okay, I am the queen, I'm the big boss, and I nailed them. And one of the things that I actually wanted to touch on particularly this month is the way that we think, which is in June, and the first thing is the habit of negative thinking. So I want to share with you guys a few tips that I believe would be able to help you overcome negative thinking. You can have negative thinking momentarily, as in every now and then, or some people actually just suffer from negative thinking every single day of their lives. And I believe that the tips that I'm going to give you in this video are going to be a little bit more helpful as far as helping you move forward and as far as helping you channel your mind to positive thoughts. Now, what I also want you to understand is that when somebody is a negative thinker, or when you are in a position where you are generally thinking negatively, it's not always because you choose to half the time. It's really based on the circumstances and a lot of things that people have filled in our minds and in our hearts that makes us that way. And we need to actually, it is our responsibility to actually break out from that and change our mindset, because as the word of God says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And what normally happens around the world is people that already think negatively impose their negative thoughts on us, and we carry those thoughts with us and then we impose them on other people. So it becomes a chain of negativity. So sometimes trying to overcome the habit of negative thinking means that you might have to overcome a lot of people, because you have to break a particular chain that you've been in. People don't just wake up. People aren't just born negative. You know, there's a lot of things, people have been hurt, and it's just really important to understand that, or personally I've learned to understand that when I encounter people that are generally negative. So let's start with the first point, and that is change what you put in your mind. Now, we all know that our thoughts are usually developed from the things that we see and the things that we hear, and majority of the time this is TV, this is social media, this is all those things. It's like if you take your phone and you go on Twitter and you are constantly following people that talk about other people, that gossip, you are going to start thinking negatively. You are going to start having insecurities, because you're like, what if they start talking to me like that, or they start talking about me like that rather. But this is mainly because you're exposing yourself to such things. So start changing what you put inside, and start curating your environment for the things that you need to put in. Like personally, I shared with you guys that I was actually going through a lot as far as like being on Twitter. Not that anything negative happened to me, but it's just seeing how it affects other people started affecting me. And I realized that I am actually the author of this entire story. I can curate my experience on Twitter by choosing to follow the right people that don't participate in those conversations, choosing to block out certain words that I don't get, particular content that I'm not interested in, and just choosing to be part of a community and a movement of people that are like-minded with me. And when I do that, my experience on Twitter changes, my experience with things changes. So look at it that way as well with your life. What shows are you watching on your television? You know, who are you, like, what are you saying when you are reading books? What books are you reading? It's nice to read all these love story books, but if they end up making you feel insecure and feeling like you're not enough because you're not like the character that is in the book, then that's a problem. So you need to be able to change what you put in, you change what you see, and you need to be able to change what you hear. And this is something that you have to be super conscious about. You guys know that I am so big on writing lists. So this means that if you literally want to start that journey right now, take out that notebook, take out that pen and paper, and start writing the things that you need to change around you that are not helping you as far as you thinking positively. Number 2 actually goes hand in hand with number 1, and that is change your company. Again, the people that you spend time with. Chances are, if you are so flooded and are so depressed by negative thoughts, chances are the people that you hang around with are possibly the catalysts to this thought process that you have. This means that you need to detach. Remember what I said in the beginning about the fact that because we are negative thinking, we are part of a chain of where we got it from somewhere and how we're giving it to other people and other people are giving it to us. And we're part of this huge food chain of negativity, and you need to actually begin to step out of that. And that's how you step out of it. You basically start changing your company. Do you see people around you that are more positive, that you want to be more like? Start spending a lot more time with them. It also goes the same with social media. I think majority of the time we spend majority of our time on social media. If you look on the social media page and you like, I like this person and they really just speak life and motivation into me, then follow them, engage with their posts. So make sure that when you engage on someone's post, the algorithm actually makes you see their post a lot more higher. So if that person posts, you will see the post because you already engage with it, because the algorithm probably thinks that or realizes that you really enjoy this person's content. So change your company, change the people that you're hanging around. And I know sometimes we already know that the company that we have right now is not the right company to have, and you just need to change it. And sometimes changing the company is not always being aggressive and saying you are negative, I don't want to be with you anymore. It's just spending less and less more time with people. Just, whenever you're in conversations that are making you uncomfortable or making you insecure, you just choose to walk away. If they ask why you're walking away, it's like, I've got stuff to do. There's no need to be super aggressive. You can go that route. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I would really just say you can still do it so graciously without being offensive to other people. So you can actually still walk away from conversations you don't want to be part of, unfollow people, block people. Just do what makes sense for your peace and for your mindset, and start changing your company. Number 3 is positively affirm yourself. Now, what you need to realize is they actually flow all together. If you begin to change what you put in your mind, and then you begin to change your company, you'll realize that your mind will start thinking differently. You realize that your company will start feeding you differently, and then you need to start positively affirm yourself. Positively affirming yourself means telling yourself the positive things about you and telling yourself positive things. If you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, this is such a bad day, it is going to be a bad day because that's what you've said and that's what you have affirmed. But if you affirm that, it's cold, but it's going to be a good day, those are the things that it's literally the power of manifestation, the law of attraction. Basically, that's what it is. You will attract the things that you say. The word of God also says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. It's the things that we say, the things that we affirm. So start affirming yourself positively. Start saying good things about the day. Start saying great things about the work that you are doing. Start saying good things about the things that you really sometimes don't feel like you normally say great things about. Start saying that, and as you move, you will see those things mold themselves to the way that you think. Because again, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, if you think positive things, you become a positive person. If you speak out positive things, you begin to start thinking positive things. You begin to start attracting and being around positive people, and that will help you be able to overcome the habit of negative thinking. Number 4 is let it out. One of the things that I've realized is a lot of people actually assume that overcoming the habit of negative thinking means that you really don't confront the things that are happening that are negative or that are wrong. But you need to realize that the habit of positive thinking, or trying to overcome the habit of negative thinking rather, means that you need to hit head on the things that you're not happy about, and you need to hit head on the things that you are not excited about. Let it out. Talk about it. If there's conflict, address it and talk about it there and then. Don't let it sit so that you start thinking about it and then you start exaggerating. You will literally start creating a mountain out of a mole, and that's where the negative thoughts will start coming from. So, let it out and talk about it and deal with it there and then. Another nice thing that you can do with letting it out is start journaling. Start noting down your feelings. For me, I found that journaling just makes it a lot more easy. It makes you feel like you've spoken to somebody who will never tell anybody about what you say to them, and you can be so honest in your journal, just writing down your feelings, writing down where you are in the situation. And it's just, there's something about putting things on paper that makes you feel like you put it elsewhere, as opposed to just carrying it around with you all the time. Because when that burden becomes heavy, you actually will begin, and you actually will continue to start thinking negatively. So let it out, find a way to deal with things, and confront your feelings there and then. If you're upset about something, confront the fact that you're upset. Find if there's a way that you can deal with it, but don't just sit and be upset and then start thinking about it for days and days and days, because then you will get a habit of negative thinking. I mean, the word of God says that we should not go to bed angry. And that means that if you do go to bed angry, I promise you guys know this. When you go to bed angry, sometimes you start dreaming other things because you went to bed angry, right? But you wake up the next morning, you still are carrying that anger. What is that doing? That is filtering a certain type of a negative mindset within you that will be harder to remove because it's going to stick for a long time. And that's what has happened to a lot of people that think negatively. It's the fact that they've never dealt with those issues, and those things are still there. Those things are still on their minds for years, for months, for weeks, and they have carried them, and now trying to let them go becomes difficult. So that's the language that they speak. That's how they act, which is negatively. And in this community, we don't want you to be that person. I don't want you to be that person. I know that you don't want to be that person ever. And sometimes you might not be at that level of toxicness yet. However, it will get there if you don't work on it. So it's important to realize that when a negative thought comes in your mind, immediately you pause and say, okay, cool. I acknowledge there's a negative thought. Where did it come from? Trace it back. Okay, was I meant to feel like that? No, I wasn't. Okay, yes, I was justified. Am I upset? Do I want to talk about it with this person right now so I get clarity, so I get understanding? So you are able to actually trace it back so you know what you are dealing with. So just start shaping your life around positive thinking. And I really hope that these 4 steps that I have shared with you guys will begin to help. You guys know, again, I am so big with lists and writing things down. So take this opportunity to actually write things down. You know, from the 4 steps that I shared with you guys, take some steps to write down the people that you need to get rid out of your life and what it is that will actually happen when you do, and how do they contribute in your life as well. You know, the things that you watch, the things that the people that you talk to, and all those things. Start writing down those lists. Again, there's something about writing down that just makes you feel like you have a level of an accountability to something and to someone, which is really important. And positively affirming yourself. I will actually do, I think, sometime a video on affirmation, but write down a couple of affirmations that you want to be able to practice every day. Like, I am beautiful, I'm a star, you know, I attract money, I attract goodness, and all those things. And when you start saying those things, like when you wake up in the morning and say, this is going to be a fantastic day and I am going to win today, those are affirmations, and you will start walking because of the things that you've actually said with your mouth. So start shaping your life around and write down all these things that you want to change. And I really hope that this video has been fruitful for you and has really kind of opened up your eyes to that. And if you've suffered from negative thinking before, let me know in the comment section below and how you overcame it. If you are still struggling with it right now, also let me know in the comment section below, and let's chat about what have you tried before, what are you excited to try this time, and you know, let's just also keep each other accountable. There's something about writing down in the comment section that make you feel like other people are actually seeing that there's an issue with ABCD and they would be able to actually assist you to do that. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. If it was fruitful for you, again, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The community is growing. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.